Well, good day everybody. I just did one pour and I'm so excited. I have to do another one. I've already mixed my Mad Artist resin. This is a new one that I've been testing. And I've got some of my new pigment pastes which are in the shop. This one is the bubblegum. I've got a grape and a new teal, which is just amazing. I've got some fresh mint. Sounds like I'm doing a cooking show and not a painting. Funny. Fresh mint with a bit of bubblegum and some grape juice. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna pour some. We did the last video that I did, which was only about half an hour ago, was a dirty pour with some new metallic pigments, and they've created some really awesome effects. Lots of cells, you know, lots of lacing all by themselves, just crazy. So here we go. Just going to get a little bit of this bubblegum pink, which is really cool. Don't even have to put that much in there, and straight in and start stirring. And these little wooden sticks are awesome because they're kind of squared at the top or at the bottom or both ends, and it's easier to get to the edges of the, you know, the cup. So that's mixed already. Look how pretty that pink is. I'm not really into pinks, but I like nice, bright, vibrant colors. Oh, I forgot about you, my friend. My fresh mint. Can't forget you. So just a little bit of that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another dirty pour. This time with the only metallic colors I'm going to have in there are going to be the Molten Gold and the Molten Silver, and I've got to leave some of this, and all of these other ones are matte colors. So the two of these are, this is a semi-opaque, this one is, oh, it's also semi-opaque. Then we got, I think I've got more cups here than I do paints, oh well. And this is the grape juice, which is a transparent. Just give it a stir. It doesn't look like a transparent, and it doesn't look nothing like a grape when you look at it from, you know, the jar. But I think I put a bit too much in here now, bugger. Yeah, I put too much in there. Oh well, it is what it is now. So it's turned into quite an opaque color, but it is quite a pretty color. I mixed that one myself. Oh gosh, dogs are going crazy. Somebody's walking their dog. Hold on just a second. Okay, how dare they walk down the street. So I got a bit of my teal straight in there. These epoxy pastes are just marvelous for resin work. You know, they're just amazing. So this one is, it doesn't look like a transparent, looks quite dark, but it is a transparent, and you can tell by like tilting your cup. If you have a clear cup, when you tilt it, you can see that the colors much lighter and transparent like. That's what it means, opaques and transparent. So okay, got those three, and oh look how pretty they are together. Oh my god, I hope I don't stuff it up. So a little bit of this Molten Gold, which is, just look at that. You just want to paint your body with this and wear it as a, okay, that was just wrong. It just, yeah, it looks very gold-like. You don't need a lot. That's just a tiny little bit in there. In it goes. Mixes really well, super well. And I don't actually want to mix it too much. I want to leave it a little bit unmixed. Okay, so it just gives it that nice kind of stringy look. I don't know if you can see it on the side of the, can you see that on the side of the jar, those stringy bits. It looks amazing. A little bit of this molten silver. Once again, look at that. And you only need a tiny little bit. So a jar like that is $20, but this will last you forever. You only need a little bit. And that tiny little bit turns into a lot. Okay, so I'm going to stir this one in. And see how well it mixes, just that tiny little bit. So I wanted it a little bit on the transparent side because I want to layer these different kind of transparency. And I've got a little bit of white left from, actually I'm going to put them together in here. From my last pour, it's still doing okay. Still hasn't hardened on me. So let's hope it doesn't stuff up my painting now. But I wanted a little bit more of the opaque in there. And I've got a tiny little bit of this. No, that's okay. So, good. Time to get cracking. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more of the clear in there. Maybe a wee bit more. Top it right up. And top all of them up, actually. Because I've got a fair bit of resin in here, so I may as well use it all up. We don't want wastage around here. Maybe more in it. Oh, I'm making a mess now in here. Tell you what guys, I've really missed doing this, but I've been struck by this medical condition which I really don't want to discuss, but it's kind of left me incapacitated, so I haven't been able to do much and even struggled to process some of my orders, but I am getting better now, thank goodness. And for someone who never gets sick, it's a real big deal, and I think that's probably part of the healing process, you know, because I get frustrated because I've got so many things to do and I want to do and I can't do them. But this morning I felt pretty bad, but now I feel much better because I'm doing this and it's just awesome. So with the rest, whatever I've got, I've only got tiny little bits left on, oh, put you down here. And this one. So just got a little bit left, which I just want to spread around a bit. This is only a few drops, but trust me, it really does help. And this is an MDF board. It's not been primed. I haven't primed it. I usually do, but like I said in the other video like a few minutes ago, I get a bit excited when I want to do stuff, and especially feeling up to doing it. I don't want to waste any time, so I'm just getting into it right away. And maybe I can scrape up a tiny little bit more. I think even if I use my hand, it might help. Just for the edges, you know, just for here. I just want to kind of, because that will help to spread the resin, even that tiny little bit like that. It does help. Okay. For any of the newbies watching, the resin was mixed. It was mixed 1-to-1 ratio, which means 1 part of the resin and 1 part hardener. Okay. Alrighty, so I've already got a cup here from the last dirty pour, and there was a little bit of something left in there, see, and I just poured it onto here, and it's starting to harden a little bit. I'll leave that because I might be able to use some of this stuff. And Okay, let's get on with this dirty pour. Right, so same cup. Yep, might as well. Okay, I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna go in with the gold first. Give it a little stir because it's still got a little bit of that. So in with the gold, only halfway. I want to leave some for the end bit. And then I'm gonna go in with my teal, which is absolutely amazing. All the way in, the whole lot. I'm going to be doing another dirty pour. You've flip cup. You've guessed it. That's what we're doing. And then I'm going to go in with, ooh, which one? Maybe a little bit of this white. Just to give it a little bit of separation. Tiny bit of that white in there. And then I've got to hurry up now because I'm worried about this white thickening. I'm going to go in with my gorgeous mint right in. This is a fresh mint. I've got two types of mint in the shop, which I've mixed myself. One is called Cool Mint, which is much lighter than this, and this one is fresh mint, and I absolutely love it. Now I'm going to go in with my silver over the top of that. Dump it all in right in the middle. As you can see, there's no real plan. I'm just trying to layer these, so I've got a combination of transparent and opaque colors in with the bubble gum all the way in. Now you could go bit by bit, but I'm just getting it all get in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with, again, a little bit of white actually, just to separate those two. And then I'm going in with my grape juice over the top of that white. Wow, cup's looking very interesting. Okay, and now more of this white, all of it actually, right in there. Now this white has been toned down a lot because I've got, it's not as opaque as it would normally be because I've got a lot of resin in there and not enough white, but that's all cool. And now in with this gold, put a lot in there everywhere. And you've seen how much of it I've put in. There's only a tiny little bit on the corner of this stick. Right in there. We're not going to do the stirry, swirly thing at all. I'm just going to do the flippy thing. And that's the correct terminology. I might even put some of this purple in there from before right on top. See how it's going to be thick? But that's okay. We're going to see now what's going to happen. Flippy time. Just put my hand under there. Whack this over the top of it. And position your hand underneath and whoop! In and down you go. Just going to let it sit there for a little bit while I go get my torch, which is right here now. I'm just going to move some stuff. I always find time to, you know, do other things and not sit there and wait. I don't like wasting time. And while I'm here, while this is still sitting there waiting, I thought I might show you something. This is what happens when you don't mix your ratios right. See? I try to make like a sample piece of this color, and this is what I got, which is quite fun. But it doesn't harden because I've mucked up the ratios, and I had more resin in there than the actual hardener, so it didn't harden. Same with this one, so be careful. It doesn't have to be super exact, but you've got to be pretty close. Okay, here we go. This is exciting. Ta-da! Ooh! Look at how pretty that is. Oh my god, look at that mint. I'm going to have to try and contain it on one side, because it keeps wanting to come over this way. And see, the more you're kind of doing these lines, you're getting some really pretty lacing happening. Oops. Look inside the cup, and they're gorgeous. That Molten Gold is just amazing. I've never tried Mayron. I've heard that it's a really, really cool gold. I have never tried it though. But this for me, and I have searched and searched and searched, and it's actually an epoxy pigment paste, so it's good. And I'm losing that gold a little bit, but I have to stretch this a bit. How cool is it? All those cells are popping. Don't worry, give them time. It's really cool when you see mint popping out of red and that pink there. Whoa, it looks like I've got a bit of a scary monster with a big mouth open. Not scary. We're not scared. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Like I said, my table's not leveled. Does help if you level your table. I'm just going to go a little bit closer so you can see what's going on here. Trying to move it over this way a little bit, and I'm trying to contain it on the top rather than having it fall down the sides at the moment. That gold, oh. Okay. Pretty cool. Give it a little torch, pop the bubble. And also those bubbles kind of create cells as well. Ooh, this is really cool over here. Very, very cool. Got to stand up as I can't work sitting down. There's some spots here that I want to add some color to. So I'm just going to add this grape juice. When you're using this grape juice, don't put too much in it. It's because if you put too much of the pigment in there, it'll turn into like a maroon color, which is also very pretty. But if you want it to look like oh, hello, ice cream man. It's all happening today. Tell you what. Yeah. So if you wanted a lighter, kind of a more transparent kind of grape color, it's really pretty, but don't mix as much. Only put about 5% in your resin, okay? And you'll get that really pretty color in there. Okay, so that's that. Let's go a little bit with this. So notice I'm creating a little bit of balance now, so I'm just putting a little bit of this in here because I've got some of it there. Oh, and that gold, I'm losing that gold. This is not fun. So I'm just going to build this over here and try and stop that gold from running down. Okay, this is all I'm doing. Containing it up the top. Okay, that's so pretty. And some of this beautiful mint, which I can place over here. So I'm just using up what I've got now. Really, I could just tilt this and get it to run all over the place. Or I can just do this. Using up everything you've got, and then you can play with it. What else have I got? Some of this gorgeous teal. going to go straight across the middle with this teal. Maybe dump some over here. Okay, I know it sounds bad when I say dump it, but I've got lots of this wow stuff happening here. Silver. Might just create something over here with it. Of course, you can get a pipette and do some nice shapes. This is all going to move anyway, so I'm doing these little shapes because it's going to add to the design, but I will use the torch on it and the heat gun and all that, so it will move, won't stay the same. Beautiful gold there. It needs a little bit more gold over here. It's quite a heavy pigment, this gold, so it'll probably sink down. That's why it's good to kind of put it on when the rest of your colors start to thicken a little bit. Right, I've got some drippage happening here, which is looking amazing, but I really want to lift this one up a little bit and try and level it up just a tiny little bit. Now that's looking pretty amazing. And oh, got to move you now. There you go. So I still have a little bit of this dirty pour in here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually, can you see that there? Just going to pour it over here, because that's already starting to thicken a little bit, but that's all good. So I'm just going to pour it around, and then I'll hit it with a little bit of heat. That is such a pretty teal, especially mixed with that mint. It's amazing. Okay, may need a stick. Any stick will do, just to get the rest of that out. Really pretty. Okay. Oh, it's really hard working with the left hand, but I have to at the moment. Okay, unless I use my fingers, which usually works every time. Okay, so that's all covered now. I've got some more drippage over here. Okay, let's try to give this a little bit of heat. Okay, as you can see, I was putting a lot of force onto the painting and stretching things. Oh my god, so many amazing things happening here. This gold, it just pops up. You know, you still have the gold around there, but then you have that golden kind of film that sits on top. This mint just sitting there pretty like that. It's just amazing. The bubblegum, yeah, it just adds something to it. I don't really want to touch it anymore. There's specks of gold everywhere, even here, just like whoosh, just like somebody kind of threw some gold dust around. And this here, the teal and the mint together, and that bubble gum, it's just just amazing. Yeah, I know I've said that word so many times, but it's I can't help it. I'm just looking sideways now to see if there's any bubbles or any hairs or anything like that, specks of anything. Nothing at the moment, which is amazing. Really like this resin. Really like it. It's given me some good working time. Just trying to touch up the sides here without spoiling things too much. And this is going to move, and it's a real shame because I like it the way it is at the moment. But yeah, it's a shame that it starts to move, and especially when the table's not leveled. It's a bloody bugger, I can tell you that. So it seems to be flowing that way now, so I might just turn it around a bit. Wow, look at them. They're just kind of popping up as well. This is these. Okay, I got to bring it down. Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, here it is. It's much brighter. The colors are much prettier in real life, but I'm just showing you so you can see. I'm trying to go sideways so you can kind of see. Look at that. That bubble gum popping up like that. And that pink and that grape juice. And look at that gold. I'm going to go over this gold here so you can see the gold, which is nice and shimmery and pretty. And then you see that golden kind of film sitting on top, which is just amazing. Amazing, I tell you. Said that word again, I know. Some more gold down here. I know it looks like a yellow, but it's a gold, and golden specks everywhere. That gorgeous mint and the teal. I don't know, I have no words, surprisingly for me. So this is going to keep moving all like by itself, and I could do things to it. See these things there? I could probably do something with that because it's just, to me, it's just a little bit bare. But I don't know if I will. I'll look at it for a little bit. And let's go over to my little coaster, which I still have to torch, and I just realized there's a little dog hair on there. I have to fix that up. So, alrighty, let's let it sit for a little while. Look at those drips. I got to pick all of them up and put them on a coaster. Don't want any wastage at all. Okay. Do like my video, please. That will help. And also subscribe so you can see more videos like this. For any questions, you can ask me underneath this, you know, in the comment box, or join my Facebook group, which is just amazing. And there's that word again. I've got to stop saying that. It's awesome. Yeah, do join us. The group is called, Facebook group, it's called Fluid Art Community with Suzana Dancks, and you will find me there. Thank you. Bye for now.